So I feel a bit disappointed about that. Can a workout that should take me around 6 minutes tell me how fast I can run a marathon? I'm currently training for the Sydney Marathon and I'd really like to see how fast they think I can run it. But this is really going to hurt. So the Regal formula was developed in the 80s and it basically says that you can predict your marathon time or all the way up to a marathon by using a shorter distance. So what you do is you take your time for, say, the mile, times it by the distance you're trying to estimate, so the marathon, divided by the mile distance, and then you times it by a fatigue factor, which for women is apparently 1.08. Let's see how accurate it is. I ran about 4:11 in Berlin last year, around 4:06 in Boston. Currently Strava predicts me a 4:45 and Runner says I can run a 4 hours to 4:12 marathon with some training. So I'm intrigued to see what my mile time is and what that kind of estimate comes out at. How pretty are these new pink Rebel V5? Testing them out. Brand new, hopefully this will help me run fast. The other formula that you can use is the Jack Daniels formula, which is at the V dot, and that you can use either a mile, half marathon, marathon time, and basically kind of estimate upwards. So I'll also be interested to compare what they think I can run a marathon in based on today's mile time. I used to come to the track literally every week for like a year to do my marathon PB, and now I do most of my sessions on the treadmill, and I just think it's different, like perceived effort, pacing. So I know that I think I'm probably going to go out too hard at the beginning of the mile and then really pay for it at the end. But I have no idea. I think I was running, no idea what pace I was running for that 500 and 700, but even those were a bit sore. I actually feel like this warm-up has made it worse. It's made me get in my head that pace that I did for 300 is I'm gonna have to try and keep it for 4 laps. So yeah, hopefully we get a proper recovery. Oh no!
Cool, you learn something every day. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, my steady is
got to take it how I go. Yeah.
My all out is going to be slower than these.
Ready?
8 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
This doesn't really work. Hasn't even clocked on the mile, 0.99. We're taking it. So 7:17, I reckon. Checking after. Oh no, 7:11. I would have liked sub-7. So I feel a bit disappointed about that. But It's really helpful having somebody pace for the first like 2 laps, because otherwise I think I would have gone off too hard in those. And then really, well, I did really struggle in that final. And the wind down there, I was like, but my watch was showing some 8s, and I was like, oh no, this might click over to 8. So I'm like pleased and disappointed by 7:11, if that makes sense. Max heart rate adjusted, 192 max heart rate. Well done. So with a 7:11 mile finish, that is predicting me a 3:56:44 marathon using the Regal formula, or a 4:10 marathon-ish, or just under, using the V. Jack Daniels method. So let's see where I can get that. I would love sub 4 in Sydney, but I think the 4:10 might be more realistic. Follow along, subscribe, and make sure you keep watching my videos so that you can see how I get on in Sydney in about 6 weeks' time.